how forms interact with servers. Nothing but, see, I have sent one form. That is what to fill one Google forms I have sent you. Okay, to you all, right? So how you will get that form? After getting, what you will do, right? After what filling that form, you will submit. Then that form will go to again where, and how that form is going to nothing but the work, right? So how the form is going to work, how is going to execute, right? That is what you're going to see in this diagram. How form interact with server. Okay, first what we will do, the user will request a form. Okay, user will request a form. Okay, to whom he has to request or she has to request. Again, he has to request for web server. Obviously, the web server will having the form. Okay, you'll get the form. Okay, the request is sent to the web server first, right? So web server, what it will do, it will check for that form, whether the form is there, what the user is asking. Okay, that particular form is there or not in the web server. If it is there, okay, if it is there, it will send to the browser, right? So the user will request to the server through browser, correct? So I'm trying to open one form, means that form is going to be open through internet, nothing but through a browser, right? So the browser, nothing but the user is requesting for the web server through browser. That is the first step. First step, requesting who, the user from a system through the browser to the web server. Okay, that form is there or not is going to be checked in this web server. Okay, if it is there, that form is sent to the user desktop to your browser. So browser returns HTML document that contains a form, correct? So now on the user monitor, the form is there, correct? That is the second step. First requesting, second, if it is there, that particular form is going to be displayed to the user, right? Third is what, the user is going to fill that form, right? So here the form containing like details, it's like heading, we say it as a legend here. Okay, headings, you can use this one through HTML tag h1 or a form tag. Form tag is called legend. In HTML tag we're going to use like h1, h2, h3 up to h6, right? Those heading, those header tags we can use here. Otherwise we can use the form tags. Form tags means legend. If you use a legend, that will be displayed here. Okay, you'll see that one. Title, where there in our program I given username, there you have to give title here. Okay, I'll show here. See, here we have give what, username. In place of username we can give title. They have given like title. Password, they have given country. Okay, so they created the form. Okay, one form is sent to the user. Now so, user will send that form, he will fill that form. Title is given Central Park and country has given United States, and he has submitted. Okay, that user has submitted that form, right? So after submitting the form, this content, this data, what she has or he has given here, right? So Central Park or United States, that is sent back to the web server. The user form data is sent to the server within the request. Okay, it has sent now. Now the web server, what it will do, it will take this content, right? It will take this content and it will start executing on that one. It will start validating that form, that data, right? How to validate? The server is not having any tool, right? It is not having any ID. Automatically what it will get from forms from the user, there will be no any automatic content will any ID is there to execute. There one program should be reside in that web server. Okay, that one program should be there in the web server, so that program can validate the content what user is sending. So either we can write that server side program through JavaScript or through PHP. Okay, this program what you are seeing here, right? This program PHP is the server side program which is going to execute the content what's sent by the who, this person, right, the user. The request is usually for some type of server side script that will process the form data. It will process. The process may be what? It will be whatever the content that the user is sending, either it should display for the other side person, otherwise it should stored in some of the data in the databases. In the database it should store. Only these two work it's going to do, right? This. So to perform those tasks, to perform these two tasks, okay, we have to write the PHP code. Okay, once we submit, the content will be reside over here in the web server, or it will be stored in some databases, right? This is what a structure, how the HTML forms works, right? So which protocol is used in the form, that is HTTP. Okay, which protocol, I think, but we have so many protocols, right? HTTP protocol is there, SMTP protocol is there, TCP or IP protocol is there, right? So all those protocols are used for so many purposes. Here in the form, in the web, okay, we are going to use what? HTTP protocol. It is hypertext transfer protocol, because we are transferring the text, we are transferring the content between whom? Between the user, I think we would say it as a client, between the user or and between the server, right? User and server. I think what user means browser here. Okay, user, I think, but a browser. Through browser, he is doing all his mechanism, right? He's doing all his work through a browser. So that mechanism is happening between the browser and the server, that is web server, is through what? HTTP protocol, right? So I hope all of you know what is HTTP protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol means, right? So what it will do? Hypertext transfer protocol. So browser will request for the server, right? The server, if it is request is there, nothing but what a user is asked. Like for example, he want to open what google.com, right? So you will send that request through URL www.google.com through his browser, right? That request is sent to a web server, right? A web server, if it is having that page, the document is there in the current server. So what it will send the response, right? It will send the response that it is having this web page. It will display to that particular what on the screen through that browser. Otherwise, what it will do, it will send that request to other server. Okay, there from there it will collect the document and display to the user, right? The process of requesting from browser to the server and responding from server to the browser, okay, this is happening with the help of protocol that is HTTP. Request from the browser, response from the server, and request from the server and response from the browser. This process is going to be continue or happening with the help of protocol that is HTTP protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. That is what is carrying out here, right? This is one part, right? What it will, I'll use the brief description here. Request sent by the browser, web server take that request and it will response means it will send that form to the browser and to the user. Next, the user will fill out the form, correct? User will fill out the form. After filling, that data, that content will send back to the web server. The web server should have one server-side program. The server-side program should execute this form and it will display that particular output there. This is what the basic. Now, second question is what? Right. So I have filled this form like central park, United States. I have filled whether how this data central park United States, how this data will send to the browser, to the web server, how it will send. Okay, in forms it will send with the help of query string. Okay, in forms it will send with the help of query string, right? Query string. Okay, the content here central park, then whatever central park United States, right? This will be sent to the web server, right? That package, okay, the content, a bundle, central park plus United States, that bundle of the data, right? That the data is wrapping. That bundle we say it as a query string, right? That bundle we say it as a query string. Through query string, it is that content is sent to the web server. Okay, ampersand symbol will be used. How means? Okay, we have see here we have used center park united state, right? So how the data will be sent? Central park, central plus park, because here it is having two words, right? Central space park. So central plus park ampersand. Next is what? United States. United plus states. You just consider you have one more block here, like state, country. You will just having a state something you consider, like you're having one more state, like something you used Bangalore. Okay, we just used city Bangalore. Okay, next ampersand Bangalore. This is what query string. Whatever the content you are filling in the form, all form is going to be separated by this ampersand. Okay, one content, one data ampersand, second data ampersand, third data ampersand, right? This bundle, right? This bundle we say it as a query string. Through query string, the content will be sent. Content will be sent to the web server. Okay, sent to the web server. So see, this is the query string. Input type equal to text, name equal to title, right? So I will go back. See, title. What is the input type we have given here? Text. The text content we added here, right? So input type name equal to title. So see, title equals what? Central plus park ampersand where equal to United States. This is there, right? So this ampersand where will be not there. Okay. So straight away it going to take ampersand United plus states plus followed with next content. Okay, this we say it as a query string. This we say it as a query string, right? So here what we have learned, how the user will interact with the web server, how the web server will interact with the user, right? So you request in the CSS form, one form it will request, that form is sent by the web server to the browser, to user. He will fill out that form, and that form content will send back to the web server. Web server is having one mechanism, right? How the content will be sent? The content will be sent to the web server through query string. Okay, what are the content we are sending? All content are in the form of query string. Right, that is bulk data. Right? That bundle will set a query string. Through query string, it is sent to the web server. The web server is having a mechanism. That is, it should have a server-side program so that it can execute that query string. Okay, it will execute the query string. Okay, and that particular form will be executed. This is what how form interact with the servers. Okay, so we'll start the recording.